Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy, NerdModon, and today is Wednesday, so we have yet again another episode of Would You Rather. This is a video series where I'll be going over approximately 5 questions and answering them in the most appropriate manner. So with the rules and guidelines reviewed, let's start off the episode. Coming in at our first Would You Rather question, I have, would you rather only be able to see the world in a shade of red or barely be able to hear people when they speak? Now, of course, I'm going to go with the option of see the world in a shade of red, considering that I enjoy red as a color. I don't think it's too bad in most cases, and I feel like just having a little bit of a shade of it really wouldn't hurt too many things. It would definitely be a little weird at first, but I feel like you would get used to it just like you got used to everything else that the world has to offer for you. However, not being able to hear people would really stink, especially when it comes down to work-related actions or even actions that you enjoy, may that be hobbies or interests that you like to do, and in many cases, having communication between you and another person is very prominent in those cases and very important, especially when it comes down to it. Coming in at our second question, I have, would you rather have holes put through your hands and feet via nails and a hammer, or go for 40 days in the desert without food? Now, of course, when it comes down to it, I feel like I would rather go 40 days in the desert without food, considering that it sounds like I'm provided with water, in which in that case, I definitely have more than enough to go around. Now, of course, we're going to kind of look at this in the sense that you're not going to die from this unless you unfortunately don't drink the water, but I feel like I'm going to drink the water to survive, so in that case, I feel like it's not too bad, and especially it's going to be really nice to eat my first cheeseburger when I get back to the States. Coming in at our third question, I have, would you rather have your blood sucked by a vampire or have your brain eaten by a zombie? Now, when it comes down to it, I feel like I would rather have my brain attacked by a zombie, considering that zombies are just amazing when it comes down to it. Now, don't get me wrong, vampires can be pretty cool, but I feel like a lot of the times their teeth would just be piercing into my skin to take my blood, and I'm not exactly too much for that, especially if I'm going to be conscious during those moments. However, with the zombie, I'm just going to imagine that I'm already dead and he's just kind of eating me anyway, so in that case, I'm not really going to be feeling anything, considering that I've already felt him probably nom on my legs or whatever part that he got me on the ground and took over the circumstance. So when it comes down to it, I guess he won in that circumstance, and hopefully I'll see him in the afterlife. Coming in at number 4, I have, would you rather only use a Mac or only use a Windows PC? Now, of course, considering that I already have a Windows PC, it's already really nice in that aspect, and I've definitely put a lot of time and effort into making it the best that it can be, especially with the hardware and the software that's currently enveloped into it. I think I'm going to go along with the Windows PC option, considering that I really enjoy the ability to change out parts and also have the ability to upgrade in the future, considering that it's just a lot more financial when it comes down to it, especially from those aspects. So you put a lot of money into it right away, but over time it's really not a big deal, considering that most of us are going to maintain a job, and in many cases upgrading your PC is not a very common thing. However, on the Mac side of things, I really don't enjoy the overall feature that you have to send it in to get it upgraded and looked at, and that just seems like it would be a really big time sink as well as a financial investment that you have to put a lot of money towards. Now, I could be completely wrong on that. By no means do I own a Mac, but I feel like by the overall feeling of it, I feel like I'd rather just kind of enjoy what I have, be able to change it out as I go, and I feel like that's just why I would choose the Windows route over the Mac route. And finally, coming in at our 5th question, I have, would you rather speak everything in surround sound or have your own entrance theme when you walk into a room? Now, of course, I'm easily going to go with have my own theme song, especially when I enter a room, considering that would be absolutely amazing. I'm sure you could probably figure a way to troll some people in real life if that's something that you like to do, but for me, it would just kind of be cool to have a song that would really make it widely known to you, and I feel like it would be a feature that would be very limited, or it would be very rare to many people. But anyway, guys, when it comes down to it, this has been this episode of Would You Rather. Of course, if you guys would like to answer the questions for yourself, feel free to look in the description of the video. They'll all be linked down there for you guys, so they'll be nice and easy to read, as well as if you guys would like to recommend questions for the next episode, feel free to let me know in the comments below. But until the next episode, guys, this has been NMO, and I'm going to be signing out, guys. Peace.